Hello, everyone. This is Kenny Cummings here of Chilling with Kenny C right here on TMVcafe.com, bringing you entertainment to your ears. And I got a good friend from the past of sorts. He's back, singer, songwriter, award nominating, winning as well. Such an incredible artist. He had an incredible record called Whiskey to Work last year. Definitely one of my favorite albums of the year. He got his latest singles, Imperfect Prayer, and the radio. Both of those songs are available on streaming platforms right now. Chad Bushnell is back on the show. How's it going, man?
Doing good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I know we've been trying to get this interview to happen for months. You've been a very, very busy man. So I'm glad we finally got this to happen. So thank you for being back
Yeah,
on.
glad to be back. Good to be seen.
Yeah, so before I get into the questions, it looks to me you're getting the Christmas shopping going of sorts.
Well,
You
yeah, I wish I could say that. I mean, I can say that, but yeah, we had a little septic issues, and so we got to get all new towels and rags and rugs and all that stuff. And so I'm uh, kind of came on this last night. So we've been kind of dealing with that, and then
yeah,
but at the same time, getting ready to go to Las Vegas. I got some shows there this weekend, and so I'm excited for that.
awesome, man. We'll definitely get into that in just a bit. But you've had quite a year traveling, putting out music, things like that. How would you describe your year 2024? How would you look back and say, "Wow, I really did all of this"? How would you sum up your 2024 in particular?
Man, I guess 2024 has been the best year for shows I've ever had. So that's my main goal. I mean, I love performing shows. I mean, I love the songwriting, I love recording, I love playing guitar and all that. But really, traveling and playing shows is really my favorite part. And this year, 2024, has just been the absolute like kind of my dream. We got to do perform a lot of resorts. I got to open for some of my heroes like Rodney Atkins, and so just it's been a great year, man. Can't complain.
That's good to hear, man. I know you always been constant with the travel and getting
Yeah,
these opportunities, and it's always a good thing to see an independent artist like yourself start from the ground up, going through small shows and doing acoustic shows. And then as the years go by, you're progressing, you get more opportunities, you're opening act for big name artists. And man, you've been stepping it up these past few years, Chad. Man, I pay attention. I pay attention,
thank
man.
you.
And so I know you put a lot of effort, you and your team, your band, just everyone in general, man. Now, obviously, man, you know how I like to use a sports analogy when it comes to music. It is literally a cohesive unit. It's a collective because the band, managers, bookers, man, what's it like to have around these well-minded people, man? Just seeing you flourish throughout these past few years.
Man, it's great. I get to work with a lot of cool people. I do, my mom helps a lot with my merchandise. That's been a whole nother, these last 2 or 3 years, trying to stay in the merchandise game is a lot of work. That's a whole nother job in itself. Trying to keep up with latest stuff. New design hats. I recently just did a collaboration with Cowboy Fresh. They're a regional company, and so we did a hat. Actually, he made this hat right here. And so I saw this hat. I said, "Yeah, it's pretty cool." And so we did a collaboration, and I ordered about 50 of those hats. Uh, and then I have a jerky too that I sell at shows and different things. It's just that part of it's been like another level or two these last couple of years. And then I work with my agency on the booking. They're out scouting for shows. I'm out scouting for shows, and we sort of collaborate and work together on that. And then of course, Burning Ground Entertainment, Core
Yeah,
Productions. So it's a process, man. It takes a team. Of course, the band. That's constant trying to keep the band together.
that's that's awesome, man. Very,
Yeah.
very proud of you of everything you've been able to do. I know you've been pushing Risky to Work. which is your latest full length project. I've been
Yeah.
playing it nonstop throughout 2023. I know you've probably seen the tags of Facebook and Instagram. I've been playing majority of the
Thank you.
songs throughout the year, and I also been playing the radio and Perfect Prayer as well. So
Thank you.
you've been very constant, man. So you mentioned you opened for Rodney Atkins. Definitely a big deal, obviously. And you've opened for numerous of household names in country music over the course of your career. So what was that like, getting an opportunity to open for Rodney Atkins?
Man, well, first thing it was I got to do it at one of my favorite venues, Bear River Casino, which is kind of right by the ocean near Eureka, California.
Yeah.
And I love that area. That's like somewhere where I like to go on a vacation when I'm not playing music. I've just always liked it there. So it was cool. I got to open for Rodney, where my biggest fan base is probably. I mean, that was just a plus. And then I didn't really wasn't getting a chance to meet him until right after we were cleaning our stuff up. I got to finally go talk to him and shake his hand. And actually, songwriter Brian White that wrote one of his hits, "Been Watching You," he wrote one of my songs too. So that was kind of a connection we had. So we got to talk about that, and yeah, it was great getting to open for him and meet him. So yeah.
That's awesome, man. Like that that's the beauty of moments like that and opportunities. They can lead into all sorts of opportunities, and that's pretty cool, man. Like everybody talks about living the dream. You are living the dream, my friend. You are living it into existence. So you doing good things with your career, and 2025 is going to get even better. And I know you like to travel. I'd like to see you come here in Kentucky, man. I don't know if you've been to Kentucky yet, but hopefully
I
that's
haven't
under
really, but
consideration.
no, that's on the list. I mean, I'd love to perform in Kentucky, and I'm a big bluegrass fan. I think there's a lot of bluegrass in Kentucky, and so I'd really like to get over there because I've been to Tennessee a ton,
Yeah.
all over Tennessee. I really haven't got to check out Kentucky, so that's on my list.
Cool, man. That's good to hear. So we definitely love to have you, uh, and bring your band and everything. Bring the energy.
Hmm.
Uh, so man, you perform in stadiums, you perform in venues, you perform in casinos. Like man, like I want to talk about the casino, man, because I'll be wondering like how would you describe the mood? Because in casino it could be distracting. Let's just be honest.
Hmm.
It could be very, very distracting for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
How would you describe the mood of performing in front of a casino compared to a bar or other places that you've been at?
Well, it's kind of cool because you can gamble 5-10 minutes before the show and then just jump on stage. So I like that part. The food's always great. The buffets. We like playing Red Hawk Casino and near Sacramento because it has one of the best buffets. And people are nice. I mean, people come out to casinos because I mean, a lot of these places they have rooms, good food, gambling. They have everything in one spot. And so you really get more traffic at casinos, I think, than bars a lot of times, especially where we're at. And so every time they mention a casino, I'm pretty much thumbs up. I say, yeah, book me. So.
There you have it. For all the bookers out there, um, if you got a casino and you need an artist, Chad Bushnell's your guy. He's your guy. He he'll
Thank
he'll
you.
he'll bring in whatever that you need. But that's the way to go. Because it's all about areas, about places, about experiences that you want to explore. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, so you put out two songs this year, and pretty obvious, even with your schedule, you definitely been working on some more music. So with that being said, man, what do you have on the horizon in 2025 as far as will we end up having a follow up to Whiskey to Work, another full length project, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm working on a couple different things. I want to go ahead and release, I out of my batch of songs, I released The Radio and then Imperfect Prayer. And I have three more from that batch of songs. I'm going to make a full EP and really release it probably into January, first week of February is my goal. So that'll be my new EP for 2025. Then I also have another song that's going to be the follow up to Whiskey to Work, and I'm working on that currently. Uh, so yeah. And then on top of that, I really would like to come out possibly with a full Christian country album as well. It's something that a lot of my fans have asked me about. I've got about 4 to 5 singles, uh, Christian positive country singles. So I'd like to release a full album I can make available for my fans. So yeah,
All
a
right,
lot of
man.
work.
A lot of work indeed, man. But at least people know that you got more on the horizon. So that's good to know, man. So, by the way, we are in the holiday season, obviously, officially.
Yeah.
And I did a Christmas playlist yesterday. I played some songs from artists, and I played your song "Grandma" yesterday, and I saw you reacted to it. You mentioned it on your IG story. Thank you for that, by the way.
Thank you, man.
And since we are in the holiday season, I want to talk to you about that particular song, man. Talk about how that song came about.
Yeah. So, my great grandma, she's one of my biggest inspirations in my music career. I mean, since age 3 or 4, I was taught to play the guitar and strum, and I played with my great grandma at church and, family get togethers, different things. And pretty much up until, I mean, shoot, 25 years, and she passed about 5 years ago. And I was kind of having a hard time. It'd been a couple months. She passed in October. It was right before Christmas. And I was sitting at my parents in front of the fireplace and I was kind of having a hard day missing her. And I just wrote that song in like about 20 minutes, and took it back to Nashville and said, "Hey, I got to record this." And so that's pretty much the story.
Deep story indeed. Shout out to grandma. Shout out to all the grandmoms. You know what I'm saying? They smile gets real big during the holiday season. Um, and for people wondering where they can find that song, it is off the Merry Christmas Volume One for Nashville Recording and Friends. So just look that up. Merry Christmas Volume One for Nashville Record Company.
Yeah.
So that is off that album. It came out just November of last year, so it's on the streaming
Yeah. I
platforms
got to give
as
a
well.
shout out to Chemo Forest too. He was the producer on that from the Catch Creek Club. I don't know if you know who Chemo is, but he plays lead guitar for Alabama and pretty well known musician. So thanks to him for producing that for me.
Absolutely, man. So as you mentioned, you got multiple shows coming up in the coming days, including Las Vegas. Talk about these shows that you got coming up, and for those who hasn't seen Chad Bushnell in person, haven't seen you perform in person before, what can people expect when they see you and your incredible band perform?
Man, just kind of an energetic mix of new and old country. I mean, we kind of like it all, but I'm really passionate about the Bakersfield sound. So we do a lot of Merle Haggard, Dwight Yoakam, stuff like that. But we also do some Garth Brooks, Chris Ledoux, and then we do Lee Brice. And then of course all my originals. So we try to keep it like a country rock show most of the time. If that makes sense. And yeah,
So the Las Vegas in particular, that's going to be at the convention center.
yeah,
So be on the lookout for that. And check him out on all the social media platforms. Chad Bushnell. Check out the latest singles available on all streaming platforms. And I'm telling y'all, man, this dude is just talented, man. Very good with his music. And I'm excited to see what he's got in store next. In the meantime, check out the radio and Imperfect Prayer. Those are the latest singles from Chad. They are available on all streaming platforms right now. So, Chad, man, it was so good to reconnect with you, get caught up with you on some things, and
Thanks,
looks
man.
like, man, you definitely have had a year to remember, and you definitely looking to elevate even more in 2025. So, thanks again for your time, man. Continue success with everything. I'm definitely looking forward to that next full length project. And thanks again for your time, man.
Thanks for having me, dude. It's good to catch up with you, and thanks for all your support. So,
Absolutely. You have a good night, man.
you too. Thank
All
you.
right.